Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 1980 movie called Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, yeah, I can remember when this film first came out. I was a little boy. It was back in 1980. Wow, I thought at the time Star Wars was one of the coolest products, brands, movie franchises at that time. Part one had already been released years ago, of course, and it was a phenomenal. It was Star Wars everywhere. It was Star Wars memorabilia, Star Wars books, Star Wars novels, Star Wars comics. It was a big Star Wars craze leading up to the Empire Strikes Back. So everyone was excited to see the movie. Of course, I saw bits and pieces and clips that came on TV before the movie came out and even after the movie came out. It was one of the movies that I wanted to see most at that time, of course. I had saw the original Star Wars film in 1977 at the movie theaters, but I couldn't understand it. I couldn't interpret it because I was just 5 years old. Yes, folks, I was born in 1972, if you could believe that. Yeah, so, but years later, I was able to watch the Star Wars film and I interpreted it very well. So by the time The Empire Strikes Back would debut, of course, my comprehension skills was much higher. But I never went to see that movie at the theaters. It's crazy. I had to wait years later to watch it on HBO when it came out. So I saw the original Star Wars movie at the movie theaters, but I couldn't understand it. And then, of course, it took me years later after I had to watch the film years later to better understand it, of course. And then when The Empire Strikes Back debuted, I couldn't go to the movies to see it because no one would take me. I was like, bummer. So I had to wait years to see it on cable. So I've seen The Empire Strikes Back about 70 times. No, honestly, I probably saw it 6 or 7 times completely. It was one of those cult classic iconic films that I could watch over and over and over. In fact, I could watch it tonight. So I'm going to review the trailer in which I sat down to watch most recently because I had never watched the trailer before. So get ready for your ears, your listening pleasures and joys because here it comes. Okay, it's starting off now. It's showing the Imperial fleet in outer space. It looks like there's a lot of Star Destroyers out there. Now an Imperial officer is seen inside of Darth Vader's chamber as Darth Vader puts his helmet on his damaged head. You can see the scarring from the back of his head. They don't show his face, but the mask is shown dropping down on Vader's head as his Imperial officer looks on with horror. Okay, now they're showing the Battle of Hoth on the frozen planet. They're showing Imperial troops and rebels get ready for a big battle. Now the rebels are in their fighter craft and they're approaching Imperial walkers. Of course, there are snowstorm troopers on the ground with weapons and they're approaching the rebels held up, of course, and it's a big shooting match. Now, Darth Vader is shown walking through the snow, entering into the rebel base. Now, Han Solo is shown landing on a rock, of course. And now Luke Skywalker is on Dagobah looking for Master Yoda. They're skipping to scene after scene after scene. Now Darth Vader is shown on the bridge of his Superstar Destroyer where he is talking to bounty hunters and he's telling them that it will be a substantial reward for anyone that finds the Millennium Falcon. Now it goes to Luke training on Dagobah with Master Yoda, of course. Now it's showing, now the scene goes to the Millennium Falcon in outer space fighting off Imperial Star Destroyers, whether it's avoiding them. We hear a voice of Darth Vader talking to the Emperor. The Emperor is mentioning Luke Skywalker as a disturbance in the Force. And then the Emperor indicates that Luke could destroy them all. All right, there's more Imperial Rebel engagements. Now they're showing Cloud City, where now Lando Calrissian is shown. Now Han Solo is shown pulling out his blaster pistol and firing at Darth Vader. But Vader blocks all of the blaster bolts with his hands, and then he uses telekinesis to call Han Solo's weapon into his. Okay. Luke is still receiving training as a Jedi Knight, or he's receiving Jedi training. Now Master Yoda is shown lifting Luke's X-Wing ship out of the swamp water. Wow. Now Darth Vader and Luke are shown in the cave during their epic fight. It isn't the real Darth Vader. It is a dark side apparition. Now both Vader and Luke ignite their lightsabers to clash. But it isn't the real Vader. It is simply a dark side impression or image. Okay, now they're showing Princess Leia on the Millennium Falcon with Han. They're still evading Imperial capture. Wow, each scene that they jump to is epic in action. It is astounding. I'm like, wow, cool. Yeah, the trailer is very good. All right, now Luke and Vader are shown on Cloud City. They're about to engage in their epic fight. All right, folks, I don't want to spoil any more of this for you or for the ones that have not seen The Empire Strikes Back. So you'll have to go out and see it. I'll end the trailer here. And thanks for tuning in.